This video is brought to you by Scopic.com. Get yours now.
Hey guys, welcome back. This is Phil from underKG.com. So we're going to take a look at Xiaomi's latest flagship, Mi 6. Let's get straight ahead to the design and build quality. This is what you get. This is a black one, obviously, and it's very glossy. Unlike the Apple iPhone 7 Plus's jet black, it doesn't quite reflect the light in the polished manner. It kind of has that wilder reflection on the surface. Nevertheless, the weight feels in the hand and the overall build quality is just terrific. And on top of that, firstly for Xiaomi, now this is splash-proof. Keep in mind that splash-proof and waterproof are two different things, so make sure that you don't just dive this into water. As a sacrifice, they took the 3.5mm headphone jack. Now you have to use the USB Type-C port or an adapter to use your classic earphones. And in the year of 2017, this practice is so widespread that I'm not even gonna get mad at it. What you get in return is the stereo speaker, one right there, one right there. And the speaker quality is simply bad. You shouldn't really expect any kind of HDC quality out of it. It just has speakers, that's it. Bass is bad, treble's bad, stereo effect is bad. One of the good parts is that 3 buttons right there are highly customizable. You can switch the location of the back or the multitasking button. You can assign tap and hold actions for each of the buttons, not to mention the fingerprint reader or the home button right there. That's actually not a button, it's a touch sensor. Is fairly fast and accurate. You have the lock screen, you just place your finger and within a second, it just unlocks the screen. Now, one other good part is that display. It's a full HD panel, nothing spectacular, but it's fairly accurate in color in which you can change the color temperature or the increase or standard contrast, and it also is very bright under the sunlight, not to miss the fact that Xiaomi gave you a very wide range of brightness from 1 nit to 600 nit within that 4096 levels. Unlike the most of the modern smartphones, it doesn't have the always-on display, but as a phone with the LCD panel, I guess we can live with that. One thing that I couldn't quite live with was the palm rejection mechanism. Just squeeze your phone a little hard and it's going to start ignoring your touches. Now, what runs the whole system is the MIUI. It's the latest version at 8.2 based on Android 7.1.1 Nougat. And unfortunately, this is still very far away from being complete. If you prefer a third-party launcher over the iPhone-ish stock launcher, then get ready to have gingerbread age icons for the stock apps. The wallpaper still cannot be changed while using a third-party launcher, and there is no way to remove that weather panel on your notification bar. The notification icons are going to show the app icons themselves, not the ones that they intend to show. And there's still no split-screen multitasking nor the quick app switching. The quick slider from the settings screen is of course missing, and the quick reply from the notification panel is of course unavailable. With all these major new features from Android Nougat missing, I wonder why they even bother updating the Android version at all. As usual, Security Manager has a permissions control, and this is way too strict. Yes, you can turn it off, but when you turn it off, it completely turns everything off and grants everything. So it's either black and white. It's going to ask you about every single possible action that you take from your phone, or it's going to allow everything if you turn that off. There's no gray area like most of the Android phones. And even a default app like the Download Manager is going to show an app ad right there. You can even see rankings, see all the ads. Yes, you can turn that off from the settings, but their idea that they can show ads on default apps is just simply annoying. One of the clever features from MIUI is capture and scroll, just that it doesn't even work properly on Chrome. So that leaves me very few features that I actually like from this phone. IR Blaster is one of them, so you can use it as a remote controller for your telly. And just like a lot of Chinese phones, it supports 4G plus 3G dual SIM, so you can use it with the dual SIM even in the areas with the 2G signals not existent or dead. But aside from all that, what Xiaomi was really proud of was the dual camera on the back. One standard angle and one wide angle with the LED flashes. So you can launch up the camera from the home screen or the app drawer right there, and the app looks like this. And is the camera any good? The answer is no. Photos are very unimpressive. They're noisy and grainy in low lighting environments. With the brighter environments, I get better photos, but what kind of flagship does not in 2017? There's a zoom function just like the iPhone 7 Plus, but that usually makes everything just worse. And the portrait mode on top there is supposed to make your portrait with the bokeh out of focus effect, but it rarely works properly. It's very shaky, often too dark even with that shaky photo. Doesn't get the edge right and fails to synthesize. And of course they are noisy. Overall, the photos are so unimpressive that I like the Mi 5's photos even better. There, however, is one part that I really like about the phone, and it's the battery. It's got 3350 milliamps of battery, and that doesn't really sound enough to run Snapdragon 835, 6GB of RAM, and all that Full HD 600 nit panel. But it actually turned out to be more than okay. It gave me 7.5 hours to 8 hours of screen on time with my full LTE network, brighter than medium brightness, and most of the time web surfing. So if you have more common usages like more Wi-Fi, then you should be getting an hour and 2 more than I did. Charging is also good. It supports both Quick Charge 3.0 and USB PD, and it only takes an hour and a half to fully charge the battery from 5%. And now I had told you a lot about the Mi 6, now I have to give it a verdict. Xiaomi tried a lot of new things: dual camera, glossy 3D finishes, and killing 3.5mm headphone jack for the stereo speaker, which is not even good. And sadly, they all disappointed me. Xiaomi should be trying and perfecting what it's got so wrong, the MIUI, instead of trying random new things. Now, I do have to mention that most of the things that I pointed out are the things that I could have maybe just let go if it was cheaper device like the Redmi series. But this is Mi 6, this is their flagship offer. If not perfect, they should be trying on fixing the things on their flagship. That's what flagships are for. And it has all the problems from the MIUI with just better specs, and the camera isn't even that good. So for the bottom line, if you're a 3D gamer who desperately needs the 3D performance of the Snapdragon 835, but also has some time to fiddle around to flash a new ROM instead of MIUI, be my guest. But if you're expecting a flagship quality device, this may not be for you. That's the Xiaomi Mi 6. We hope it helped. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comment. You can always meet us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Google+, and we'll see you guys later. Ciao.